So they're not related.
They're not related.
He came, they bumped into each other on their way over here. He came alone. He's a minor that came alone.
Oh, but that's not a minor that came alone.
No. Ese vino con usted, ¿verdad?
Okay.
That's his son.
Hey guys, sorry about that. I lost my signal out here. I don't know what happened, but I had to start the video over. Anyway, what we've got here is 3 Guatemalans. We've got a 14-year-old, a 34-year-old, and a little boy that's 11 years old. And basically what the story is that the 14-year-old met up with these two separately. So he's claiming he's an unaccompanied minor. And then this guy is claiming father and son. And basically, these are afternoon illegal crossers coming across the border. Those of you that watched our video last night, we got hit with about 500 invaders last night. I'm sure you guys saw the video, coming from everywhere. It took us most of the morning to get everybody rounded up and then off to processing. Right here we have, you know, because everybody's tied up with the processing issue right now, it's like 2 hours a person. So we don't have any border patrol up here, and this is usually what happens during the day, is that they slowly get weaned out to where eventually we just have an open border up here. And so it's pretty regular. Those of you that follow me, I usually give you guys one afternoon video next to camp. So these guys walked into camp, and we're gonna get border patrol over here and get them off to processing. And where they'll go ahead and claim their stories, their, you know, whether it's asylum or, you know, whatever the deal is. But yeah, you're right. I know some of you out there can't afford the Nike shoes, but I was going to tell you guys about something else. There's a house out here. I'm going to let one of the locals tell you about it. This is a lady that lives here. She's the one that you hear in the background speaking their language. I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about the Enunciation house. So I'm going to let her explain what that is, because this is something you guys should know about.
Hi.
What is the Enunciation house?
The Enunciation is where the legals are being housed, and that's where immigration is now being. They're sending them there, and they're getting dropped off now.
Okay. So, and who pays for the Enunciation house? I mean, what is that? The government? Is that?
I think it's the people. The people. That's a nonprofit organization, but there's people that go and donate to these people, and
okay.
We can't do much about it, you know.
Okay. So in other words, what she's saying is that the community has set up a place where these people can go. And basically they get fed. Am I right that they get new luggage bags? They get care packages.
Yes. And then they get sponsors from there, so they can get sent out either to California or Denver or Colorado. So
they organize it. They get them a sponsor. They get them a plane ticket, an ID, everything they need to get around. Okay. So I figured you guys might want to know that because there is a homeless population here in the United States that are actually legal U.S. citizens that are homeless. And, you know, we always talk about this subject of putting America first. And in this case, there's high priority to people that are crossing the border, because these are people that are getting donations that otherwise would go to help homeless here in America. They're getting transportation. They're getting all their stuff is being taken care of. And it's an invasion, guys. It's absolutely ridiculous. How did we ever get to the point that we decided having a border was racist, or that, you know, we decided that, you know, it was okay for 50 different countries to crash our border at the same time? I mean, keep in mind, we are only on a 5-mile section of border here, guys. There's 2,200 miles of border where this is going on. You're just seeing a small picture of what I'm showing you. But yeah, they gotta eat. They gotta have a house. If they're sick, they gotta go to the doctor. And you know, we have a big heart. But the bottom line is that we can't take care of everybody who comes in here. And I don't know, you know, again, I go back to who's telling these people that it's okay in each country to just gather up by the thousands and come crash the U.S. border. I just don't understand for the life of me. But I am going to get an answer to that. It's coming. I promise you guys that. I may be going into Mexico soon to get that answer. But my point is that, okay, this is going on, whether it's a small group like this or like last night we had 500 or whatever. Everybody should be concerned, because this isn't something you can just ignore and say, oh, well, the southern border has to deal with that. Those are the only cities affected. No, this is going to affect everybody in the United States. These people are being spread out. And then they disappear into the cracks of society. They get a court date that's 5 to 7 years out. And in the meantime, they will do things like have anchor babies, or they might get married, or if they get a good illegal immigration attorney, they might find a loophole. They even have a word called domiciled, which I've talked about before, where they somehow magically end up living somewhere and then they become domesticated. But think about this, guys. You know, at least when you're a legal immigrant and you go through the process, you know, a lot of them are interested in, you know, learning our language, assimilating to our culture, you know, declaring themselves an American, and then living by the American culture. And I got to tell you guys something. These people here, they don't have any desire, a lot of them, to assimilate to the culture. They're just, for whatever reason, deciding to come over here and take advantage of things. And, you know, 7% is the number. If you actually took the number of people that have crossed the border that would actually qualify in front of a judge, having a credible fear factor for asylum, it's 7%. The problem is we don't have any judges. We don't have the proper asylum laws. And so, therefore, people are grabbing other people's kids, using them as a passport, recycling children. And then, of course, we have people grabbing children. We don't know how many of the children out there are missing in some other country. You know, so there's a lot to this crisis. Hey, can you ask where mom's at?
La mamá del niño, señor. She's at home.
Oh, mom's at home. You know, one of the things I always say about that, okay, let's think this through, guys. If this was a crisis for this family and this child, okay, would you leave mom at home? Okay, if you were truly fleeing hardship or danger, would you leave the part of your family at home? You guys all know the answer to that. You wouldn't. You'd take your whole family with you because you're fleeing danger. I'm not going to get into the whole stories of immigration, but those are things that they use. Those are things that they've been coached on what to say when they come in here. So, you know, it's just, they're scamming the system, a lot of them. You know, we want to take care of everybody. I know some people out there have a big heart, and you know, everybody wants to get emotional about this and say, well, we need to take care of everybody. Here's the bottom line, guys. We can't take care of this many people. And the left is bringing these people in because they want future voters. That's why they're pushing so hard on getting the ID laws passed. And then also, his age is 11. Also, they're trying to push the voting for the illegal immigrants. But keep in mind, they'll also use these guys for voter fraud. And, you know, they have a socialist agenda. We all know what they want. And so, you know, we're being invaded. And the bottom line is, I got a train coming, so it's going to get a little loud for a minute. The bottom line here is that we got to do something about this as Americans. And we've got to, you know, get a hold of the Congress people, talk to your neighbors, talk to your friends, share these videos, because I don't think the true American, whether you're Republican or Democrat, I don't think they truly get what's going on here. And I think if they did, I think a lot of people would have a problem with it, because we don't know who's coming in. Yeah, exactly, Jerry. That's right. We can't take care of our own. How are we supposed to take care of everybody else?